It's real estate. It's unnamed. It's the Unnamed Real Estate Podcast. My name is Charles Ray Dawson, associate broker with ProStar Realty. This is the Unnamed Real Estate Podcast. How you guys doing? Today is December 9th, and we are having an interesting week here, pretty busy. So let's go straight into the numbers, and we'll discuss it on the back end. Now, the numbers for December 8th, 2021. Actives this week are 6,749, down 631 from the week prior. New listings this week were 2,128, up 718. Pendings this week are 1,914, up 448. Under contracts looking for backups are 979, up 232. Contracts with the buyer's contingency were 80, which is up 22. Closings last week were 2,139, up 76. And coming soon to an MLS near you is 662 new listings. So that's the numbers. So, like I said, this has been a pretty weird week here. On Monday, we received news here at the office that one of our real estate agents had passed away because of complications of a stroke. And we've been spending the last couple of days trying to track down various family members on that and deal with the situation and make sure people were notified. But 2 or 3 hours after I had heard about the agent's passing, I received a phone call from a friend who was informing me that another gentleman had just passed away the same night. So, and same thing on that, trying to get a hold of people, making contact. The gentleman who passed away was a handyman. He also did irrigation services for a lot of my clients. So I spent some time getting a hold of clients and letting them know what was going on with that, and had a lot of great conversations, rather touching and sometimes, about the two gentlemen. And I think we're pretty much at the point right now, I think we got everything wrapped up. I mean, it's Thursday right now. We have been able to get a hold of the family of the agent, and we have been able to get in contact with everybody with the other person. So I was just about to say I don't have a lot to talk about, but I also know me, and I know how this is going to go. So, I'll pull up a chair now. This might get a little ranty. When a person dies without leaving a will or contact information or any understanding of how we wanted to disperse their estate, the term that they use sounded like a Kawasaki. The terms that they used is called intestate. Now, both of these gentlemen, as far as I can understand right now, did not have wills. And in the case of our agent, we had to spend quite a bit of time trying to track down somebody and inform to inform the family. We did try to reach out about a month or so ago, and for various reasons, certain family members were not interested in getting involved at all. But we were able to get in contact with one of the family members last night. Now, we're working off of an employment form that had been filled out back in 2003. So we're talking almost 18 years old at this point. Phone numbers change, whatnot. But through Real Estate Food that we have here, we were able to track down a phone number for this person. The other person who passed away, he had family, people knew what was going on. But as you prepare in life, asterisks, right, Ray is not a mortician or a financial advisor. Please take everything he says with a certain grain of salt. When people get or pass away and stuff, especially if there's real estate involved or anything involved, it helps if people know where to start. And this is why you should have a will, no matter how old you are, and you should have certain plans made on this. It's an uncomfortable conversation, but over the last 12 years or so, I have been involved with a lot of situations where all of a sudden somebody just died. People younger than me just died, and they owned property, and I'm being brought in to help the executor of the estate disperse the property. It doesn't necessarily go as easy as people think, because we are a probate state, and anything that happens, if there is not a will, you're going to wind up in probate. In some cases, if there is a will, you're going to wind up in probate. This is going to get expensive, and this is going to get time consuming, and it's also going to hang you up in space and time so you can't move on. There are issues that happens along the lines of, it's not like the bank's going to be okay with not getting paid. All right, so if there's a mortgage on there, who's going to be paying the mortgage while this is wrapped up in probate? If there are utilities bills out there, these bills are going to start adding up. So the takeaway of this this episode, and I wish we had a better way to come into this thing, is make sure that you have your desires for when you pass fully and carefully communicated to people with a will. Don't necessarily just say, hey, honey, yeah, you get everything, because you might have a couple kids who think they're going to get some things. And talk it over with an attorney, have them draw it up. I'm not a big fan of going to these places out there where you just fill in the blanks on an internet form, pay them $50 and they print it out for you, right? And in many cases, just scribbling things down on a piece of paper will not hold up in court. You're going to need a witness there, and preferably a notarized. But once again, you should talk to an attorney about these things. I could be completely wrong. And that's pretty much it for this week. We're going to wrap this one up short. Thank you guys very much. See you next week with something hopefully a little bit more optimistic and happy. You guys have a great week.